What's up there, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're going to be talking about some CDL Rostermania stuff. I'm going to be kind of doing my best to kind of cover a lot of things throughout the off season and kind of break down some of my thoughts as we get through this season. And we get ready for the Black Ops 6 season. So starting off, we're going to be kind of getting through a hefty one. EWC just wrapped up, like literally, I think yesterday. EWC ended, and now we've already got something cooking crazy. Vegas Legion is rumored to be expected to be replaced by Team Falcons going into the next season. Vegas Legion as an organization will no longer exist, and players and already been informed of this. Sorry, I'm doing, but we're good. All right, so this one is a little bit of a shocker. Vegas Legion, as we know, did not perform very well at EWC this year. Team Falcons won the club prize, giving them a big whopping like a big whopping, I don't know what is the words I'm saying, like $8 million, I think is what the team won for their stuff at so at EWC. So they've got a lot of money they can be working with. So honestly, this is a move that does kind of make sense going into this offseason because they've got a lot of money to be able to work with. So it kind of does help out a lot for making roster changes. I do really hope that kind of on agreement with what Parasite was talking about. Parasite was saying that we're really hoping that there's not like region cheese and Falcons doesn't try to recreate their roster from EWC, because as we look at EWC MW3 stats, their stuff did not go over well. They did not come out with a single win. I mean, they still walk away, being the team that they are, they still walk away with $20,000 going off of what they were getting. But, I mean, looking at Team Falcons, looking at their team, they had a lot of teams participating, and I'm trying to find the stats. It might just be on the site. So, we're going to pull this up just so that we can kind of see what we were expecting for EWC. It's kind of hard to go through. So, okay. As we look at Team Falcons here, they lost to Lore 3-2. They lost to Atlanta FaZe 3-1 or 3-0. So the only team that they managed to even take a map off of was Lore Gaming, and Lore Gaming, they lost to, I believe, they got knocked out pretty much right after that. They lost to 100 Thieves, and they lost, I believe it was to FaZe, because FaZe was in the other. Yeah, it would have been to FaZe, because they were the other team in that group. And so then they did not make it out of groups, which is not a surprise. And then, unfortunately, but so we're really kind of hoping that Team Falcons will build a solid roster. I mean, with that, looking at the teams that they will then have available, if we're looking at the Vegas Legion roster here, so this will mean that even coming off of EWC, players that'll be available will be Attach, Fame, Geo, Nero, and so actually we go ahead and so these are kind of the free agents that we're going to be looking at so far. We've got Tej. He has been let go by the Royal Ravens, so he is now a free agent. Beans is also now a free agent for Black Ops 6. Fame is a free agent. Nero is a free agent. Geo is a free agent. So there are a lot of players up for grabs going into this next offseason, which is already kind of crazy. And then also to Minnesota Rocker, aka G2 Esports, also did release Accuracy, aka Lamar. So he will not be playing for Minnesota Rocker going into the Black Ops 6 season unless they decide to re-sign him, which could be unlikely. Kind of looking at the other team, if we look specifically at Minnesota Rocker, throughout this this team. I mean, we look at them throughout this season. Accuracy finished with a .88 KD. Not a good Slayer. Did not play overall the best. You can even see in their EWC matches. They lost to Gentlemates, which was a Challengers team, and then they lost to Seattle Surge, which, I mean, was kind of expected. Surge was actually a really good team. So the players right now, accuracy has been dropped. We don't have any wordings right now on Diamond Con, Estrio, Gunless, Linz, or Standy. I would be shocked if G2 does not try to keep Linz. Linz, out of all of the members of Minnesota Rocker, I mean, he definitely played the best. He had the weakest. His weakest game mode was Control, but even that he finished that with a .95 KD. Still played overall. I think he honestly played really, really well. Major 1 qualifier, finished with a 1.0. Major 1 finished 1.01. Major 2 1.03. Like consistently, Linz was there for the team, and I think Linz kind of definitely got a lot of flack. I would say kind of near the later stages of the season, but I think it became a lot harder for him to operate given the situation that he was in with the rest of the Minnesota Rocker team. So I do really, really, really want to see Linz either stay on the Rocker team and Rocker build around him, or I would like to see Linz go to a better team. Maybe if Linz were to get picked up by Vegas, I think that would be really cool. I don't expect that to happen, but I think that would also be just a really good for Linz in that. But again, who knows what could happen? There's a lot that could be happening here. Going into this Rostermania, I really want to see Falcons. I mean, I really want to see Falcons build a really strong team, and I really want to see a lot of really good roster moves going into the next season. I mean, this offseason, at the moment, we haven't seen anybody get picked up, anything crazy. But I definitely would be shocked. I definitely want to see more crazy moments. Like, we've got Geo as a free agent, Nero as a free agent, Fame as a free agent. So, I mean, that's all. The only Vegas member who hasn't said anything yet is Attach. But obviously, with Vegas not being a thing, Vegas is also not a top. Vegas isn't continuing, so there's a huge possibility of that. And also, this just in, Ghosty, Dan Ghosty, the man for 100 Thieves, sticking with 100 Thieves for Black Ops 6. That is honestly the best move that 100 Thieves could be making right there. Ghosty was easily one of the core members of 100 Thieves throughout the entire season. I mean, looking at Ghosty's stats, I mean, just look at this man. He played at 1.03 for an overall KD. His hard point was 1.0, SND 1.0. I mean, this man was consistent. He carried LA Thieves throughout a lot of the season, gave them a really, really strong champs run, and then seeing how he played in every single event. I mean, we can look at his stats. Esports World Cup, he definitely kind of got destroyed, only finishing with a .90. But champs, he finished with 1.09. Major 1, 1.4 KD. Major 4, 1.06 overall. I mean, if you want a consistent player, Dan Ghosty is the one there. And he definitely played very, very well. And I think he definitely deserves to keep his spot on 100 Thieves, so that was a very, very smart move. I want to see 100 Thieves build a really solid roster around Ghosty, and I would love to see if they were to drop Kremp. I don't think Kremp did the best over the course of the weekend, but I definitely think that he will be. I think that he could still very easily be picked up on another team. Um, I think he will do really, really solid on any other team. I just don't think he is the best spot right now. So, and then also one other free agent. This one is Insight. He is a restricted free agent, so he's currently signed with Toronto Ultra, but there is possibilities of him making some moves. I don't know if Insight is a good option for Toronto Ultra to change things up. I mean, out of all of the players, I think Insight kind of ended up being one of the weaker areas, especially on his control. And you can see it here. His control was a .92 KD. But overall, I mean, honestly, Insight, he's not bad. I definitely think there are a lot of moments where he still can improve. His SND definitely. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Insight, he's a good player. I don't know if there's much of a improvement for Toronto Ultra to make in a situation like this. I mean, you can even see right here his stats, they don't really lie. I'm sure there's a lot of nitpicky areas in his gameplay that could be a reason for him to have the opportunity to look for other players. So I don't think that it's necessarily like set in stone that Insight is necessarily a bad pick anywhere, but I do really think that there is huge possibilities for Insight maybe to go somewhere else, but he also still could stick with Toronto and still do well. I think that he has a really solid opportunity to do something well. And so, yeah, I would really love to. I don't know. I want to see players do well, and I really want to. I'm really interested to kind of see what teams are going to be coming up with, and I really want to know how things are going to be going. Now, one other thing that is I do want to talk about is the Cloud9 roster. I think the Cloud9 roster definitely has a opportunity to do something interesting. I don't know. So if we look at, I'm just going to pull it up for the rest of we're pulling it up, New York Subliners. This is an interesting team dynamic here. We've got Hydra, Kismet, Sib, and Skies. Now, looking at them as a team, they didn't go as far as they wanted to at EWC under the Cloud9 banner. They lost to Optic. They lost the Champs rematch. I think it was 3-1. They only won one map against Optic. I don't remember, but I can here. Yeah, they lost 3-1, and then they also lost to Surge. So there's a lot of things that they need to clean up. And at Champs, they got second, which is huge. They were Major 4 champions. But the player that I really want to talk about specifically is Kismet. Kismet has been struggling in recent tournaments. Specifically, I mean, at EWC, he showed up pretty well with a 1.05. But look at his Champs. I mean, going 0.82 and with a grand finals performance, you kind of got carried on your back there. And so I think if Cloud9 is going to make a change, I would be surprised if they made a change, but I think if they are going to make a change anywhere, it's going to be Kismet. He's too inconsistent, and for Cloud9 to continue to be the large-scale team that they are and having the strength that they want to have within the scene, they definitely need a roster change. I don't know if that'll happen, but it could. And I think if there's going to be a change there, I think that is kind of where that's going to end up. But either way, we've got some crazy possible roster changes that are going to be happening as well. There there's a lot to be thinking about. I don't think Optic is going to be making a change, and I don't think FaZe are going to be making any changes either, especially after EWC, FaZe winning EWC, Optic winning champs. They just look so solid, and I really just don't think that they have any reason for those teams to make any. Is it possible? Yes, but I don't think it will be happening. I really would like to see more interesting opportunities for these teams, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I really want to see kind of where these rosters are going to go. I'm excited to see where these rosters are going to go. And I definitely think we are going to have a lot of interesting opportunities. Let me know what you guys think with these different changes. Do you think one thing that everybody's been wondering is Scrap going to be going anywhere? Let me know what you guys think. I don't think Toronto would. I think Toronto would be really dumb if they were to give up Scrappy. I will be making more of a video talking about a little bit more Rostermania things. I just want to give a little bit of update as moves get made throughout this time. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe so you guys can keep up to date with any and all CDL Rostermania moves, as well as upcoming HP League content for XDefiant, as I will be a caster for that, and you'll be able to catch some XDefiant streams coming from me here in later time. So thank you guys again for watching. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. We will see you on the next video.